Hey, thanks for stopping by. What we have here is a 1983 CJ7 that I just picked up as a project. This Jeep has a little lengthy history. It was purchased new out of Texas, I believe San Antonio. Got the paperwork inside. Then it was brought to Virginia. It was owned by a surgeon that went to Turkey. He exported the Jeep to Turkey, used it there for a few years, and then came back, had it re-imported to the United States. It's got all the documents inside. Used it in Virginia for a little bit, and then sold it to his friend, who was also a surgeon, and that's who I bought it off of his family. After he passed, well, actually, before he passed, it went to Kansas City. Then from Kansas City, they shipped it to Rhode Island. I bought it unseen, saw photographs of it, but as a non-running, non-driving project. The day I went to go pick it up, started it up, we drove it right on the trailer, brought it back to Massachusetts. So the thing's been around the block a little bit. I've got some old photographs that show that it had a jamboree bar on it, and it had some lights where the holes are in the front fenders. Kind of wish I had that bar, but it didn't come with the Jeep. Don't know where it is, but I think that's where the wiring went through for some reason, or they put lights there, or it could have been for the export to Turkey to comply with their laws. Who knows? All right, let's check under the hood. There's a small block Chevy 350, kind of Frankenstein repower. I don't know much about it. I did, excuse me as I change hands here, I did pull the numbers off the block. Dates back to the early 70s from a Chevelle or a Malibu. It's got some headers. Looks like it's had some head work done to it. It's got a Edelbrock Performer intake and a Holley 600 CFM 4-barrel. Electric choke, vacuum advance. It's got an aluminum radiator. So it had some work done to it before it went to absolute shit, and they left it outside, so that doesn't help. Okay, so if you pull the numbers on this thing, it was a 6-cylinder Olympic white with a blue interior, so blue seats. Now, these are custom fit seats, which a lot of people don't think are correct for a CJ, but it actually was a dealer installed option, so you could order them as part of the Jeep accessories back in 1983 and have them installed. My assumption is that this probably came with low backs, and they had the high backs installed in its place. Now, I didn't know this had blue interior when I bought it. It was covered under a set of best top covers. Body is terrible. It's got some filler all over it. The inside looks solid-ish for New England. The typical shitty spots. But the frame is super solid, so that's good. I also am digging these American Racing Vector wheels, which I think are period correct with 33 by 12.5, 15 BFGs. Frame is solid, just surface rust, no rot. I did quickly put a set of front springs on it after I bought it, just to raise the front end a little bit because it was squatting. I wanted to put some miles. I had the spring sitting on a shelf, and I put some Rancho 5000 shocks on it just to get it off the stops a little bit. Raise it about 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, not much, but it only cost me a couple of U-bolts and some bushings. So that's the motor. All right, I'm not gonna go crazy on it, just gonna make a little project out of it. I've got a 4-wheel drive hardware fiberglass tub coming. I want to pick it up in New Jersey next week, so I'm going to go glass on it. This is not a trailer queen. This will be used. The wiring is absolutely horrible. Looks like there's some custom wiring. Better take care of that before it lights on friggin' fire. All the gauges work, so that's good. Except for the tachometer and the temperature gauge. Everything else works. There's the new stereo. That does not work. No glove box. So this thing is pretty bare bones. I'll give you a quick update on the last CJ. I didn't do a great job in documenting how that finished out. I absolutely love that thing, so I'll take you for a tour real quick on that one. Here's my 1985 CJ7 California body. It's got absolutely horrible graphics. The decals on the hood, which I love because they're so ugly, they're actually cool. Those are my custom Jeep factory equipment, special equipment covers that I make. They're available if you're interested in buying a set. $125, free shipping and handling. Just hit me up in the comments. We'll get the information, send them out to you. I also have them in black. These are also custom fit seats. These are not the ones that I bought the Jeep with. I have those sitting on a shelf. Those are the original almond beige. They're tough to find, so I have them in storage. This one's bare bones too. This was a base Jeep. But I absolutely love this thing. This thing's a terror. It's an absolute freaking terror. It's got a 5.3 liter Vortec in it. Thing tears it up. It's so fun to drive. I highly recommend you buy one if you have the option. Or build one. I built this one. This was a 4-cylinder Jeep. Again, nothing spectacular. Body's basic on this thing, but I absolutely freaking love this thing. It shreds it. And it sounds so freaking cool. I'll show you under the hood real quick. It's got a worn winch. I don't think that's ever been used, unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. I put that in. Alright, sorry about the camera angle here. As you can see, we have kind of a different beast under the hood here. Alright. The whole point of this Jeep was to make it look like it came right out of 1985 or the 80s. But under the hood, just have a turnkey, easy to run, cheap to operate. Knock on wood, this thing has been rock solid, dependable, just like a brand new Silverado. So that's that. Well, back over to Rockin' Robin, which we call her, because the woman I bought her from, his name was Robin. She named it Rockin' Robin. I thought that's a pretty cool name. So that's it. That's an 83 Jeep. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll try and do a better job posting updates. Bye for now.